Hello and welcome to What the Flick is the conclusion you've all been waiting for. What happens to Renesmee Cullen? I've been lying awake in bed at night just wondering, Renesmee, who is she? What does she want out of life?
Who cares? Why the hell is she named Renesmee?
That is like the worst question of all.
Who cares?
I'm Christy, this is Alonso, this is Matt.
The end of the Twilight series, we pick up pretty much exactly where Breaking Dawn 1 left off, which was that Bella had the baby, but she was gonna die, and so they turned her into a vampire, and now they have this half vampire, half human baby, and the Volturi, the Italian vampires, are all pissed off, and they're gonna come and kill him, and the only reason I know that is because the person I was sitting next to me filled me in last night.
Like, who are the Volturi, and why do they care about Renesmee so much? What is their problem?
Exactly, so we get lots of action and lots of fighting, and all of the other BS about, oh, I love this vampire is gone.
Thankfully.
Yes, let's watch a clip.
Take a look.
After 18 years of being utterly ordinary, I finally found that I could shine.
So I have to admit, I did not read the book, but I brought a friend with me who is a total twihard, married mother of 3, has a life outside of this. And she explained to me why it is everyone was freaking out so hard. I'm not going to give it away, but there's a major, major deviation from the book to the movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is the first time in which there's actually a spoiler in a Twilight movie because they don't, assiduously follow the book or religiously follow the book.
No, I don't read those fucking books.
Okay, so
I looked at the Wikipedia page.
I'm not going to tell you guys, but the way the big showdown plays out is not what happens in the book. Like, it's completely different.
The whole pull the rug out?
It's a very different sort of conclusion, a big the crescendo that you see.
We'll explain it to you off camera.
But it's really bold.
It's a lot of fun. It's the best moment of the whole series.
Yeah.
It almost validates the existence of the whole series because, again, I think the best thing, Bill Condon is directing again. It's the second film. He did the first Breaking Dawn. He is, I think, way too good for this franchise. They are lucky to have him, frankly. And he and Melissa Rosenberg, who has done all the adaptations, it's like their kids sneaking out at night. They get away from those shitty books and do a thing, and that thing is so great. And it's like, oh my God, I wanted more of that.
But Stephenie Meyer had to be okay with it.
Well, she must have, I'm
she had
sure.
To sign off on
but still, they did something that was way better than what's on the page. And for once, these movies come to life and become a thing that you really want to see and get excited about.
Like finally, they embrace the batshit craziness of the premise of these books, and they finally have some fun with it.
But not really. I felt like they half-assed it.
No. It's like it teeters on parody a lot of the time.
Because Bella is finally a vampire and not torn between these two, dudes anymore, we are spared all that crap. All of that are like, oh, do I know? That's over with. Oddly, it renders Edward into kind of set dressing because now that he's got the girl, what is there left for him to do?
Yeah, it's sort of an afterthought, isn't he?
Yeah, but at least Bella isn't this just simpy, do I love him? I love him.
Right.
So that's
she's
part of her. Now she's a badass. She is breaking rocks with her hand and sinking her face into the heart of a mountain lion. Yes, okay, more of that.
I think yes, it's the best of the series. That's like saying oh, well, that's the best looking turd. I mean,
and there's your blur.
Right? I didn't like this. Look, for the audience that this is for, they're gonna love it. There were lots of cheers in the theater I was in. I couldn't care less. And I've had to watch all these movies. There were things that happened in this movie that I didn't, there were a lot of, I didn't think the script made, even with Bill Condon taking over, things like, oh, it's great, we don't have to sleep, we're vampires. Oh, but let's put the kid to sleep.
Well, she's only half.
Human.
Oh,
she needs to sleep half the time.
Whatever.
She sleeps 4 hours.
I just felt and then the other thing, and I know we can't talk about this without spoiling things, but I felt 30 minutes of the movie didn't matter.
When they're rounding up the
20,
United
30
Nations
minutes. I just felt 20, 30 minutes of the movie, I didn't buy the ending. I thought it was going in a really interesting direction, and I was really with it, and then something happens, and it was wait, what? Come on. And I was really disappointed.
I think within the kooky rules of this universe, that it works. And that's maybe why I found it less annoying than when other movies have tried to pull a similar fast one on us. Because they have established certain goofy guidelines here. It's like, okay, I could see that happening. Sure, fine, why not?
We should do numbers, please. Matt Atchity, who hates fun, please say your number.
Well, it's higher than the other movie that I'm going to review this week because
Okay.
this one at least didn't put me to sleep, so I give it a 4.
Okay.
I give it a 6.9. It's a Twilight movie, but it's the best Twilight
Yeah.
movie. Take for that for what it's worth.
Six
It's still
point-
shitty.
Take that for what it's
6.8.
worth.
I give it 6.8. I had a good time. The effects still look cheesy, but thankfully the werewolves have stopped talking to each other.
Thank God.
So there's that. So our average is 5.9. It's at 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was up in like the 80s for a
I
while.
debuted at 100.
And this is
Dropping.
shockingly.
Yeah.
Look, if you're a straight teenage boy who spent the last 5 years having aneurysms about these movies because you girls got into your treehouse, you're not going to want to see this one either. But if you were already along for the ride, you will totally dig it. And if you've been on the fence, you might not hate it.
You might have fun. Bye.